Right. Now the Metallica album obviously allowed you to get a lot of things off your chest, but your life has changed so much over the last few years. I was wondering, do those subjects and experiences seem to you like they're from like another era of your life?
Like 2 years ago or something, yeah. Well, all the lyrics on every album, uh, like when you go back and listen to them or read them again, there's like a whole new meaning to the things. It might be something completely different, but yeah, I feel like there's something missing inside me now because I need to kind of create new stuff again, which we will probably be doing soon when we get back. So
I mean, are these new songs from the Metallica album, are they still really fresh to play live 2 years down the line?
yeah, definitely. I'll actually listen to the thing too. I'll put the record on.
And also, I guess playing live, they're a little bit shorter and maybe a bit simpler. Does that help as well?
Well, that definitely works better. I mean, it makes the set list look more impressive, you know? Wow, 20 songs now.
Well, just a little earlier there, we saw Mr. James Hetfield of Metallica in a very sunny mood, rather like the lovely weather here at Milton Keynes. And now I'm very pleased to welcome Lars back to Headbangers Ball. How are you doing, Lars?
I'm very sunny too. No, we're all in a really good mood. When I woke up this morning, I was like, yay, it's finally here. Let's do it. Let's get on with it. And we came down here. We saw Diamond Head, watched a little bit of these guys, Almighty, which I'm sure you've heard of, and I'm in a really good mood, which is scary.
Good, good. Let's talk a little bit about the Metallica live show because you're winding up the end of 2 years on the road. How do you feel that the band on the live show has progressed and developed over those 2 years?
Steadily worse. No, it's pretty much gone up most of the way. We're playing a lot better than we obviously were 2 years ago. We know what we're doing a lot more. We had a little bit of a period in like maybe February, March into early April where we were in a little bit of a lull, but we're now, since we started this European leg 3 weeks ago, we're playing probably the best we have in the last 2 years. We threw a couple of new songs in there,
Brilliant.
moved the set around a little bit and so on. So right now I feel better than I have the last 2 years.
with me on the Headbangers Ball, waving to all his friends backstage at Milton Keynes. There's a great atmosphere back here, actually. And Lars, we were just talking in the last segment about the forthcoming live album and accompanying home video, and you being such a knowledgeable rock fan, I'm sure you'll agree that a lot of live albums have been a pivotal point in some band's career, like Kiss, Alive, and Deep Purple, Made in Japan. Do you see that with Metallica, or is it like closing one chapter, ready to start a new one?
I wish I could be that philosophical about it. It's just like we've got all this stuff lying around in all our storage facilities. It's time to clean. No, I mean, on a more serious note, it's going to be a long time until the next Metallica record comes around, and I think that we just feel that it's a good time right now to just push some of this out. More people to wave to. Hi, Mick. How are you?
That's Mick.
That's Mick. Anyway, what was I talking about? Sorry.
I think it's important to make a clean out all your backlog kind of thing.
We just, we have so much footage lying around. We have all these shows from the Justice to all this stuff from the last couple of years. And I just think that now is a good time. We really want to take a couple of years away from the spotlight. We really want to just be low key. We want, and so on. It just seems right now it's the perfect time to just release this kind of thing. Like I said to you in the last segment, it's not something for, it's not like something we think is going to sell as many as the last. It's just
for the dedicated
for the fans who've been there, and it's like our thing to them, and blah blah blah. And I don't think that necessarily maybe live albums mean as much as they used to. If you think back to the 70s, like you were talking about your Made in Japan and so on. Now with the advent of videos and what kind of role that plays in it, it's just live albums per se, a live album just by itself. Nobody really does that anymore. It's always a live album and a video, and everybody always pays more attention to the video and so on. So I think we're trying to combine the best of both worlds and stuff like that by giving everybody different shows and so on. And hey, we're just doing ours. Hey, like I said, we're cleaning the attic out.
There you go, really. That's the full story on Metallica as we speak here at Milton Keynes Bowl. Forthcoming live album, accompanying home videos. Then when the tour finishes on the 4th of July, the band are going to take some time off, nobody knows how much, before they start getting back together again and start writing for the next album. So your thoughts about tonight, Lars? There's a gig a little bit later.
Oh, I thought I was just here punting around. It's going to be great. I mean, what can I say? Look at this day. It's been a great 3 or 4 hours so far. Like I said, I'm in a great mood. James is in a great mood. This is all very scary. So it's going to be good. It's going to be real good. There's 60,000 people out there. The fact that we can come back to England and play to 60,000 people in one go is incredible. So it's going to be good. I feel real good about it. Fan club and trying to do a lot of special things for them, and it's been up and running for about a year and a half now, and I think that every time we get a chance to throw something special there, we do it. So we
videos for you. Okay? Right on. Metallica weekend coming back. See ya. We're Presenting Metallica Weekend. All right. Welcome back. Hayfield, come on, buddy, just a little bit longer. You can make it. You know we're on
Is it
tour.
over?
We're on tour. The tour's not over. The
Oh.
show's not over either. It's soon, soon.
I heard like some weird music, man, when I was sleeping. It was like reminding me of some little man or something. I don't know, like Sandman or something. I don't know.
That's what it was.
Until it sleeps, Sandman. What's up with you guys?
You're
This is
sleeping.
like talking about sleep all the time. Does that mean you like are on tour too long? You know, sleeping up? And what's the deal?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
Anyway.
That was a Sandman.
Smiling and ugly faces there.
Right. Yeah. What are we gonna do? Thin Lizzy?
Let's play Thin Lizzy. Why don't you talk about?
I'll talk about Thin Lizzy.
Let me talk about Thin Lizzy a little bit.
Yeah,
Did you like
Thin
them?
Lizzy.
Did you like them?
Totally cool harmonies.
Did you
stuff
like?
that.
Did you like them?
Yeah, that stuff influenced me quite a bit in the earlier days. And, we kind of got back to some of the 70s hard rock. Guitar rock, dude! Is that guitar rock? Turn it up! That's what we get off on, some of the 70s guitar rock. So this is Thin Lizzy with The Boys Are Back in Town.
Those guys need to work out. Those guys need to lift some weights, man.
We need
They're
more
sh-
tattoos.
They're shrinking up. You know, they need to like get buff and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Typo negative.
My girlfriend?
Recorded. Yeah, that's you got my girlfriend.
Is that your girlfriend?
My girlfriend's girlfriend. And recorded it actually live here on MTV, Headbangers Ball, which by the way, tomorrow at $1,400 you can check out.
No.
Yes.
19.
14.
19.
Okay.
It's tonight anyway.
Is it?
Just stay on and watch it.
What happened
Keep it
was, you
nonstop
see,
on, Metallica TV.
Vanessa went on a Metallica terrain with Ulrich and
Where's
Hammock.
Ulrich?
And she's going to bring a special to you on Headbangers Ball of load of Metallica. Okay, like really kind of. Why are you doing that, man? Anyway,
Right.
check it out tomorrow. Today, later on, 1400 hours. Be there, Headbangers Ball, and no longer will be Metallica TV anymore.
1,900 hours, dude. At 19, okay? HD special, A Load of Metallica, filmed in May this year with VJ Vanessa. She's sitting right over there, by the way. Anyway, it might be cool, so look at it. I have no idea what it is. I haven't even seen it. Cool. Oh. Bye. Sorry about all this, but we have to do it.
Thanks for putting up with him.
Ain't there more of this stuff like tomorrow? There's more with a couple other guys who are taking over, I think. You might guess who they are.
Big vat of piss and calling it Piss Christ. And I bought one of his books called Body and Soul, and I was flipping through the book, and I'd seen the picture, and I thought, wow, that's really beautiful. That would be great if we could use this as a front cover for our album. I showed it to this guy, and he loved it, and so we kind of like, you know, sold it to the other guys. And what it is it's the artist's own semen and beef blood, and it's a picture of it. Yeah, it's very
Something a bit different to the Metallica album.
Yeah, well, it's like something we were looking for, a really strong sort of image, you know, very beautiful, very abstract, something that tied in with, you know, the concept of the album, which is actually no concept at all. And we wanted something that, you know, people can look at and interpret in any different way. The good thing about this cover is you look at it and you go, wow, that's really great. I wonder what it is. And when you really find out what it is, it takes on an entirely different meaning. Yeah.
And of course the album title, Load, that seems to have a lot of different connotations to different people. I mean, there's the obvious things, but there's possibly a sexual reference as well. I mean, like...
That's the idea, yeah. It's especially since, you know, the album's called Load. in you know, American slang, you know, shoot your load. I mean, you know, it's just like, you know. But that wasn't intentional at all. That really had nothing to do with the picking of the title or our choice in using that piece of art. And so.
Who thought of Load? Because I think it actually works really well.
Yeah, actually, I think it was Lars's title. And so.
Well, I'll let you get back to your signing because there's a gentleman. Yeah, they are. So we'll be catching up with some more Metallica train action in a few moments, but right now we're going to say goodbye to one of Britain's top bands, The Almighty. They're releasing their very final signal from the album Just Add Life. This is The Almighty. Au revoir, amigos. Meet the
Now
band.
they're leaving in hordes.
They have to get off at Florence, which is where we're pulling up to. So, Lars, if I can just corner you for a few minutes. Everything is so different on this album. The imagery, the logo, the photos of the band, and also the cover is so different to the Black Album. Now, has Metallica reinvented itself?
Well, it has only been half a decade since the last one.
Well, this is true.
Right. So I don't know. I just looked at some of these things and just got a little bored with them. One day I was looking at the logo, going, "This is kind of boring. Maybe we should try something else."
Maybe we should have tried that. Just
Huh?
turn in
What's that from?
letters sideways.
Why didn't we get that before?
Yeah, that's
Just
God.
we always
someone's
laugh.
fired. Someone's fired.
So it was just time to oh, you want that back? It was time to try a few different things. I think the most dangerous thing a band can do is become totally stagnant.
You become a parody of yourself, don't you?
Yeah, I just think that that you should always follow your instincts, follow your gut feelings, and just. I looked at the logo and I called up James and said, "Why don't we try and see what would happen if we put a new logo together?" It was like it was a decision that took literally 3 minutes or something. It was not like, "Oh, we're screwing with this holy icon or whatever," like people are now starting to react to. But the point is that we have the power to change these things, and we need to do it for ourselves once in a while to kind of
Keep things fresh.
keep things fresh for us. And I do believe that when it's fresh for us and it's more exciting for us than for everybody else, that kind of attitude translates onto the fans really well.
Now, the album is out on Monday in Europe, and we've only heard Until It Sleeps via the video. So what do you think is going to surprise fans most about the album? Because people have been saying that you've been saying that the kind of metal side of things has been pushed back a little bit.
Well, I'm realizing now that, I mean, I've lived with the record for almost 3 weeks, and I can definitely hear that the metal staccato guitars and stuff like that obviously aren't there anymore. But I think that the record itself, excuse me, is still really heavy. I think it's a lot heavier than the Black Album. I think the most thing that's going to surprise people is the consistency of the record. It's an hour and 20 minutes long. I don't think it ever really dips anywhere. When I hear the Black Album now, there's a couple places where I thought it dipped a little bit. And so I think people, especially if they're gauging Until It Sleeps as, sort of like, okay, this is what the new record is like. I mean, let's not bullshit each other here. You put singles out, you want to put a single out that would indicate something different, and obviously a song that, is a good single. I mean, that's why you put singles out. But, I mean, the rest of the record is pretty different than that. Take my word for it.
No, I agree, and it is heavy, and perhaps in a different way. And also, of course, the lyrics are very heavy as well. Loads more Metallica coming up after these messages. The Metallica fans have had hundreds of posters, CDs and pictures signed. It's the end of a very long day. There's nowhere left to roam. We've reached the end of the show and the end of our journey. And just before we go, I'd just like to say to the guys about touring.
We'll definitely be playing some dates in England. Yeah, quite a few dates in England. Also,
I'm sure we'll...
Yeah. And just remember, MTV goes throughout all of Europe.
Yep.
So we'll be playing all of Europe for about 3 or 4 months till the end of November.
also.
Earl's Court, like Oasis.
Brilliant. Well, I want to wish you lots and lots of luck with that, and I'd really like to say an enormous thank you to both of you for your time today. I've seen how busy it is, a day in the life of Metallica, and believe you me, it's been non-stop. And actually, personally, I'd like to say a big thank you to all the Italian fans for making me feel so welcome here. Have you got a final message for the fans in Europe?
First I got to say thanks to, like you said, to all the Italian people all day. I mean, the energy and the support from all these people has been absolutely tremendous, and we've been running around Europe for the last 2 weeks doing this stuff, and the energy and the support and the gratitude and the everything that we feel from all you guys, we just want to say thank you, and we'll see you guys in September, October, November of this year for the Metallica tour.
Anything from you?
Yeah, thanks for the enthusiastic response that we've been getting at all the listening parties and the Metallica truck.
Yep.
And the Metallica train and everything else. And we'll see you guys on tour.